Alex Carter restores old technology. He's a 28-year-old photographer from Seattle who spends his weekends hunting through local electronics markets for salvageable gear. On a recent trip, he picks up an outdated smartphone for a few dollars. The casing is scratched and the hardware is in rough shape. When Alex asks about the device's history, the seller offers exactly one detail: the person who dropped it off never returned for it. Alex takes the device home and plugs it in. The operating system boots up to reveal a digital ghost town. No apps, no contacts. The storage is completely erased, returning the phone to a perfect factory reset. But a disconnected phone with an empty drive shouldn't ring. A single notification forces its way onto the empty screen, begging for a reply. Alex types back, asking for the sender's identity. A few seconds pass. Then the phone buzzes with a chilling, immediate response. "You're not him." Suddenly, the empty screen is overwhelmed. Texts pour in from dozens of different numbers across multiple locations. Every single sender is reaching out to a man named Daniel, and they are all desperately asking for his help. The hardware isn't malfunctioning. Alex is holding a live wire connected to an active missing persons crisis, receiving rapid-fire distress calls for a man who seems to have vanished without a trace. Faced with an escalating situation, most people would power the device down. Alex decides to dig deeper, bypassing the operating system to probe the internal storage architecture. Deep inside the directory, he finds a buried partition holding hundreds of archived chat logs. The extracted data spills out into a massive timeline. Daniel operated as an investigator, leaving logs showing years of meticulous work tracking down a forgotten research project. The timeline stops abruptly. Daniel's final outgoing message reads as a strict directive. If he disappears, the device must be passed to someone willing to continue the work. That same evening, the phone buzzes again. A new number, completely absent from the archived chat logs, texts Alex directly to ask if he found the device. When Alex hesitates and asks for a name, the sender replies they are someone who has been waiting. The message forces Alex into an active dialogue with the network. The existence of these heavily shielded files on an empty device suggests intense technical preparation. This history wasn't accidentally left behind. It was preserved within the architecture of the phone. Alex extracts every location tag, every single photograph and fragmented note, overlaying the time-stamped metadata onto a single map. He leaves the city limits behind. When he arrives at the coordinates as the sun sets, he finds an isolated, weather-beaten office building. Navigating the decaying hallways, he tracks the final GPS ping to a heavy door. Inside is a cramped, dusty storage room. Sitting in the center of the room is a single box. It contains physical research files, a standalone hard drive, and a sealed handwritten letter. Standing in this quiet basement, the weight of Daniel's absence becomes tangible. The physical evidence transforms the digital notifications into a concrete reality. Alex opens the envelope. The first line of Daniel's handwritten letter confirms his suspicion. Leaving the phone at the electronics market was a deliberate, calculated test. The letter outlines the device's true purpose. It operated as a filter, designed to find a successor who possesses the specific curiosity required to look beneath the surface of discarded tech. Alex plugs in the hard drive and boots up a pre-recorded video. A man sits in deep shadow, speaking directly into the camera. Daniel explains that he constructed an underground network to catalog suppressed history, but he knew his work was drawing attention. When his central node vanished, the structure risked collapse. He required a replacement. The video ends with a mandate. The person holding the phone holds the network's life. If someone fills the gap, the investigation survives. If they walk away, the work dies. The monitor cuts to black. Instantly, the smartphone in Alex's pocket vibrates. A new text flashes across the screen. "Welcome to the investigation." When discarded hardware offers you a dangerous truth, you have a choice. You can wipe the drive and walk away, or you can inherit the burden of the investigation.